My guest today is an award-winning broadcaster, TV, radio presenter, and has been one of my inspirations in the presenting game. She has become a prominent voice in UK media, working with Capital Extra, Sky, and a range of major brands and platforms. She is also the founder of The Mainstream, which is a creative platform and community that champions diverse voices, empowers emerging talent, and provides aspiring creatives with the tools and the opportunities to break into the media industry. She is someone who has been so pivotal to my journey to be where I am today. So it gives me great pleasure to invite to the That's the Tea show, drumroll please, REMEL London! Woo! How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Honestly, I'm actually kind of nervous because I was literally in my head, I was like, don't mess up the teleprompter, don't stutter, do not mess anything up, because like this is like sitting in front of like your inspiration, your teacher, and being like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna get this right.
No, you smashed the teleprompter. Not a lot of people can do that.
It's not easy, is it?
At all. So well done. Like, I don't even use it on my podcast. I'm gonna read from my iPad. Like,
I actually do it. No, because I was reading from the iPad, guys, but the iPad's all the way up there. Oh. Hello everyone and welcome to the That's the Tea show. I am your host, Miss T Moya, and on my show I am pulling some real talent from the stage straight to my sofa to come sit with me and to of course spill the tea. So on this season of the That's the Tea show, we are talking industry BTS, words of wisdom, and finding out what it really takes to make it in this industry. So let's get into the episode. But how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
This feels surreal, but before I even get into it, I like to play a game on this pod called Let Me Land, where you have to bring your controversial, unpopular, crazy opinion, and you basically have to let the plane land.
Okay.
So you have to start the sentence with "Let me land,"
Yeah.
and then you have to land this plane. And I've heard some wild opinions this season, so
Okay.
I'm ready to hear it.
Fair enough, fair enough. Now, I feel like this is quite a complex thing, and maybe it's just a me thing.
Okay.
So let me land.
Okay.
I feel like small talk is not necessary. Let's get to the point.
Wait, okay, are we talking in terms of like when you meet someone?
Whenever.
Or whenever?
Whenever. I don't need it. What do you want?
Okay. You know when you know someone wants something?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, how are you? And now I have to tell you how I am.
Yeah, bare things.
Yeah,
Just long.
I understand that small talk. But what if like you're just trying to break the ice and okay, define what is small talk? Like, is it like when people are like, hey.
Wrap it up. Like, do you know what? Yeah, I think it's that whole, like, I feel like silence is fine.
Fairs.
Like, it's fine. And like when, that whole kind of walking and talking and like, in a lift, it's fine.
It's all right.
It's fine. Let me have my thoughts. Like, you don't have to fill the silence. And I think that's a problem that a lot of people do. They try and fill silence. And I'm like, yeah, it's all right.
No, because
it's
fine. Awkward. My mum says I do it a lot. She's like, are you talking because you have something to say? Or you're just trying to fill in the gap? I was like, don't be harsh.
Absolutely right. I believe in that sentiment completely.
So if someone wants something from you or has a question, you just prefer, hey, get straight into it.
Yeah.
Like, that part I agree. Because
Yeah,
people are like,
oh, can I ask you a quick question? Boom. Like, all the, like, I get it, the politeness of like, good morning, how was your day? Oh, it's been so long since we caught. What do you want, man? What do you want? So I do feel like small talk is like, and do you know what? It's my own fault. Like, I'm very much like a in my zone kind of person. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I know what you want.
I already know. Before you ask me, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Let's
just say it.
Just say it.
Yeah.
Is this in a work setting as well? Is this
everywhere?
Everywhere. Just go. When my manager is like, oh, like, do you know what? Your weekend's been fine. No, tell me what you want.
Maybe I'm just like, I don't know. I'm very, because people say I'm very like straight to the point a lot of the time.
Fairs.
And like, even like, this is going to sound so bad, yeah. But like, even when my mum used to pick me up from school, how was your day, Rem? I'm like, oh, I just did it.
Like, and now I have to talk through it again.
I'll show you the homework. I'll show
Not you telling your mum, no, that's fine. Chit chat, cut the small talk. Let's get into that.
No, but she knew, like, because I'll be like, like for me, like I'm very much like a social, like I'm on a social cue.
Okay.
So like if it's social time, we social. But when I'm not in a social space, I'm kind of like, oh, this is awkward. Like I think I'm just an awkward person, which is what a lot of people don't get about me.
I
Like,
never guessed that.
Yeah, because you see me presenting, so like I'm always like on, I'm attentive, I'm more like responsive. But like when I'm not working, like I'm quite a quiet person, quite okay. It depends. Like I said, if I'm in a social setting,
You're gonna socialize.
like you know, where one or two or three or more gathered, then I'm like, okay, cool, boom, let's go.
Yeah.
But if it's just like me and my husband gets me so much, like. We can sit in silence.
And you're okay with it. That's fine.
And he's like, cool, that's your silent time.
And they're not going to be like, what's wrong?
Yeah,
I hate that. I'm quiet. What's the matter?
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong?
So like, it is a bit of small talk, but also like, let the silence, let it live.
Let it live.
Yeah.
Let the silence live. I feel like that plane has been landed safely. In fact, they didn't even clap at the end. They just landed quietly.
And everyone just
left. I like this.
Don't even have to greet the attendants.
Just straight out the door.
Why?
Exactly. Straight out the door to the terminal to pick up my bags. I will let you land that plane.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm ready to get straight into the episode. And I feel like the general question, which I ask everyone, I kind of already know the answer. But for the viewers at home, how did you become you? When was this presenting celebs interview? When did this all kick off and when did it start?
Yeah, so I'm very much... excuse me, I'm very much I love performing. I love being on a stage. Like that's literally, like I was saying, that's where I come alive. So like when I'm on a stage, when I'm on a camera, like I'm very much in the zone. So from a very early age, like if I saw something on TV, I wanted to do it.
Okay.
Like I wanted to replicate it and like try and figure it out. So I think watching a lot of like musicals and like, you know, even I just watched like black TV, like, you know, Nickelodeon. I was watching like Kenan and Kel, Sister Sister.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, Smart Guy on Disney Channel. Like when Trouble was about, like My Wife and Kids. So I'm just seeing like all these kind of like young people creating, dancing, performing, da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, that's what I want to do and can do. So just from a very young age, I was very much like, oh, I want to try this, I want to try that. Can I go musical theatre? Can I try dance? Can I do acting? And then, yeah, I just kind of figured it out until it got to the point where I was like, actually presenting is a nice way where I can be myself, but also like be a performer. So, yeah.
Who was it on TV at that time that made you think specifically, I've seen you do this, I want to do this now?
So, classic film, Bugsy Malone, starring all kids, like it's an all children's cast.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, obviously,
I can do this.
like they're kids, of course, they're acting and like explain, like, you know, seeing them sing, dance and everything. I'm like, okay, cool, Tallulah, I see you, girl. Like,
I see you. We see each other.
yeah, like I can do that. So straight away, I'm like, okay, I need to do like some kind of performing arts, musical theatre, all that kind of stuff. So like, and like a lot of my cousins and all that kind of stuff were very similar. So we're all like, oh, let's research, let's find out how we can do these things. And like, yeah, we just went for it, asked our parents and we was allowed to try things.
I do want to talk about that actually. How did your parents play a part in this? Because you see where I'm from, the south of Africa, Zimbabwe to be specific. I would say it's only like the last 2 years where my parents got on board with all of this. This wasn't like a fun time, I'm avoiding real work.
Yeah.
What kind of part did your parents play into supporting you to get to where you are today?
Yeah, like my mom, my family, they're all very much like my whole family's creative. So yeah, I think, well, I'm not even talking about from my parents and like grandparents' perspective. They're very much like, look, we came to this country for you to do things. So if you want to be an actor, performer, director, whatever, we'll support you. So like I said, most of my cousins and my siblings and all that kind of stuff are very much like, we do some form of creativity. So it was very much just try it. Like, if you want to try it, try it. And that's like one of the phrases that my mum always says, at least you tried. Like, it's just one of those things. So I think I was never told no. So why not?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I think a lot of us had to kind of fight against parents who obviously want the best for us, but don't know anything about this. My dad, I don't even think he can use TikTok or Instagram. But it's like they don't know. But I love the fact that your mum was like, just go ahead and try it. And that kind of leads me slightly onto my next question about like fast forwarding a little bit to the like first days when you first started hustling. And I'm talking like entertainment, media industry. What did your day-to-day look like? Were you running from one job to another, presenting and da-da-da-da-da? Like, what was it like?
Yeah, so I have done so many different things.
We know,
like, yeah, so many different things. So I basically went to uni, studied broadcast journalism. So while I was at uni, I was like joining every kind of like society, every event. Like, I wanted to be on the team for everything. So like, I was the vice president of our ACS. I was the women's captain of our athletics team. I was like always like hiring out equipment from uni to like go to events and like interview people. So I was just
time to study.
So I was just very much like, they say get work experience. I was like, cool, let's get work experience then.
Yes.
So I very much put myself in like positions where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna get as much experience and knowledge as possible and go from there. So it was always about what's the next thing that I can do. What am I trying to learn more about? What am I shadowing? Where am I asking questions? So it was like interning or doing work experience at radio stations. It was being on the street team for like events companies, like running guest lists, running the door for parties, being a film assistant, like, you know, writing the back then everything was on like tape, like SD cards, but like tape versions. So like running like tapes back and forth to like, you know, oh, we need more film, we need a new battery, we're on set, blah blah blah, at an event. Doing behind the scenes like Vox Pop style questions for events companies. So it was just every day just like figuring out like, okay, how can I help? How can I get experience with that company, with that production company or whatever it is? And then at the same time, making my own content, doing online, YouTube, doing stuff with Link Up TV, doing stuff with I Love Live, like just always creating. So I feel like I was always doing something. So like my days were very much just like, okay, what are we doing today? Okay, cool. Are we creating something? Are we helping out somewhere? So it's just very much like grabbing opportunities. So yeah.
Okay, so in my example, like how I'm working, I have a team. Well, they are my team. They're my friends. We go to church together. Did you have a group of people that were always there? Did you always have like the same person recording your videos? Like who was your village when you started out?
I mean, I think that's the thing. Like I was a part of so many different organizations and events. So like when I was with Link Up TV, I was with the Link Up TV boys. Or if I was with Urban Development and we're preparing for an event, they'd give us equipment. It'd be like 5 of us planning content shoots, filming, backstage, whatnot. If I was at I Love Live, they've got a crew. So like I was very much understanding like the freelance role of just like joining teams as it is. But then if I had my own event or created my own content, I just put out stuff online and be like, hey, I'm looking for people to help out an event. Who wants to help? And then whoever helps. Like it's still what I do now. Like I'm looking for people to film. If you want to film, hit me up. Let's do it. And just creating like communities of people that want to work and then we just work. So it wasn't particularly my friend, because my friends, like my day one friends aren't particularly like media people. Like they do stuff in like different spaces. Like 2 of them are like authors and like some like work in like different types of kind of media, I guess, or just other types of creative spaces. But my thing has always been like events and like on screen and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
I do have to ask you, so we are in the age of TikTok and social media and podcast equipment. What do you think would have been different if you started your career now in this era rather than when you did back then? What would have changed? Do you think you would have like
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Like nothing's changed. Like You get up, you make content, you put it online, you hope someone sees it, you share it, make a show reel. Like nothing has changed. It's just rinse and repeat. Like that's why I'm still here, because I'm just doing the same thing I was doing, but for a different format, for a different platform. Like I started out on YouTube, started out on Facebook. Now it's Instagram, now it's TikTok. Same thing. Like it's having, Instagram's basically TikTok. Instagram's basically Facebook. TikTok's basically YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, make content, put it out, roll it out. Keep pushing it.
Yeah.
I've got an event, guys. Come to my event.
Promote it.
Like, nothing has changed. Make the same artwork. Maybe the sizings have changed. That's it. Like,
that's it. And the interface.
Yeah, like, nothing has changed. Like, everything I did then, like, I do now.
Do you know why I find that opinion so interesting? It's because I have not a mindset, but I've always thought, if I was born a bit earlier, so I'm born in 2002, I feel like if I started presenting 10 years earlier, I feel like it would have been easier.
No.
Really? You don't
What?
think so?
Viral.
You don't think so?
Do you know how easy it is to go viral now?
Interesting.
Viral
we
was
have it easier.
Back then, viral was like getting 25K in one night. Everyone's like, oh my God, you blew. Now viral is like, but like viral is like, do a couple of funny things. Like we had to be very specific about a piece of content and like hope we're touching people's souls, or hope that it's meaningful. You can film a cat now and it goes viral, and now the cat has a page, and like now the cat's hosting red carpets. Like it doesn't make sense.
So
like true. It's so much like there's so many influencers and creators. Ooh. So yes, I agree, it's saturated, so that makes it harder to stand out. Right. But also there's more opportunities to stand out. Okay. Before, you had to be really good at one thing and hope that someone picks you up for that one thing. Like most of the stuff I get booked for now is like, I don't know, I guess it's for my experience, but like all the like kind of like, because I do like loads of corporate bookings, all that kind of stuff, and they're like, oh, we know you're a seasoned presenter, you can do that. But like if it's like the fun like red carpet stuff, like yes, it's seasoned, but also it's like, actually, how many followers do you have, like or like, it's a combination of things. So I get what you're saying, like you know, it could have been easier, but that just means like most people that started back then, they've either transitioned into something else or they're just trying to adapt to what's happening now. So I say now is more of a lucrative way to like capitalize off of presenting and making money from it and brands and all that kind of stuff, because traditional TV is in a terrible place. So like whether you've been in the industry for a long time or not, like it doesn't matter. Like everyone's fighting to get on TV right now. So it's like, it doesn't really matter if you've been in it a long time or not. So it's just about timing.
I definitely want to talk about that later, about the whole disparity between journalism, influencers, who's getting the jobs. But I do want to ask, if there's anything you could go back and do differently, would you have changed anything, or is there anything that you know now that you're like, okay, cool, if I go back, I'm doing this, I'm applying this, and I'm...
yeah, I think I probably, like, it sounds really weird, but like, I wouldn't have cared so much.
Oh, really?
Like, just make content. Just put it out there.
Just do it.
Like, I'm like, oh no, it's not edited to perfection. Oh no, I don't like, oh, it's not going to see the day of light because X, Y, and Z. Or... like, yes, there's things, yes, I believe in quality, but at the same time, like, I was so obsessed with the fact that it needs to be in a studio and it needs to be in, like,
you and me both.
Do you know what I mean? Like, just post it. Like, don't care about what people think. Do what you love. It will translate. Like, people will see what you're doing and be like, oh, that's amazing. That's great. Rather than like, oh no, I haven't got lighting. I haven't got this. I haven't got that. Like, just do it in your room. Like, if you want to do reviews, like, oh, I need an editor. Do the quick edit yourself. That's true. It doesn't have to have crazy transitions and all this kind of stuff. Like, beginning, middle, end. What are you trying to say? Like, so I would have been more consistent with a lot of the stuff. Like, I started a lot of projects and I finished them, but like, I didn't continue with them. Okay. So I'd be like, okay, cool, 3 episodes of the showroom, boom. And they're like, bro, what happened to the showroom? And I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't get funding. I couldn't get another studio. They're like, but why didn't you just? And I'm like, oh, actually, I could have just carried on. I could have charged. I could have got people to buy tickets. I could have asked for GoFundMe. There's so many other things that I could have done, but I'm too worried about, no, what if people think I failed it? What if people think like, oh, like I'm not serious? And it's like, just
do it.
Yeah, just create.
Do you know, I relate so much to that because this took a long time to happen, because this came about, we're now in 2025. I think this came in 2022 or 2023. And the first thing I was like was, oh, no, I can't do it. I had to go to a studio. And I was like, I don't want to film it in my house. And you know, like now, my thing is on Instagram or YouTube, there's now like a certain, I need a new build. And I know it sounds crazy. I was looking at...
I hear what you're saying.
Do you get? Yeah. No, because I was watching all my favorite YouTubers and I was like, and my
Everyone's house is white and clean
yeah.
and silver.
Oh my god! Like you know there's certain aesthetic, and I was just like, okay, do I need to move out of my house so that I can like rent an apartment? I was just like, yeah, no, this is getting ridiculous. But then obviously I was in a position when I could start, and I did do it. But I would have started it years ago if it was just in my bedroom. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, but I hear it, but it's a shame that I'm only probably gonna understand that and see that in hindsight.
I mean, I get like. Back then, podcast studios weren't a thing. Yeah. So like now that it's like a lot more like accessible and like there's a lot more people that provide these kind of services, cool. Like before, you had to have your own camera, your own editing software, your everything. And like yes, you still do need to have those things to help. But like if you can say, actually, can someone help with the edit, and then I'll just do the finishing touches, add my logo, like it's so much easier. But like I would say like back then, I look at YouTube videos and I was like, rah, my room was looking all kinds of higgy hagger, and I was just letting people watch me in my room. But at the same time, no one cared.
You were just happy to be here.
Back then, no one cared how your room. I'm a friggin' 20-year-old living at home. Where am I
supposed? Yeah. I can't get my mom and dad to renovate the whole house just so that I can film you. Like
literally,
it's so true.
Like it's like, so true. What am I trying to like? All you're gonna see is that. If it means buy a little backdrop, buy a little backdrop.
Exactly.
Get a little. Fling a sheet behind you.
It's true.
Like,
no, it's actually true.
We were doing way too much, and I still think people do way too much thinking about, oh, what if, oh, people are gonna judge me. What's the message? Like at the end of the day, now people are going viral on TikTok in headscarves, just
and
chatting.
Bonnets and robes. Yep.
Like, yeah, it doesn't have to be like the most elite outfit. Like again, if we really broke down what like everyone's wearing, like most of my clothes are a combination of like Primark, Shein, a little bit ASOS, maybe Zara. Like I'm not wearing like thousands of pounds of clothes. I'm wearing what I like.
Exactly.
Oh, that was £5. Banging.
Wow. Fantastic. Yeah, and you look great.
Like it's like good. Yeah, it's not like, oh, you know, oh, what, she must be poor. Back in the day, oh, what, you shopping Primark? Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, the quality, the socks and the t-shirts from Primark, 10 out of 10.
Mate, I've got banging jackets from Primark. Yeah. We used to to be fair, I will say my generation, we went overboard with the cheap clothes. Like, we actually overdid it. I think we were the first generation to be like, it's cool to wear budget clothes. And then everyone was like, nah, you went too far. But we actually went too far. You overdid it. Yeah, like all my little shoes were talking and all this. Like,
no, not the talking shoes.
Yeah, like we enjoyed just being like cheap and cheerful. No. But I get it, the aesthetic has changed a lot now. Yeah. So now people feel like they can't do that. But really and truly, like as long as it looks like to your standard of like I'm presenting myself well, that's fine.
That's all you can ask for. I kind of want to go back a little bit when you were talking, and in your intro I included like working in TV, working in radio, working in broadcasting, hosting events. If you had to rank and rate and say a little bit about each of the hats that you wear, how would you put each of them?
Yeah, I mean, TV's always going to be at the top of my list because I feel like TV's like the ultimate goal, and like I feel like I come alive when I'm on a camera, I'm on a screen and all that kind of stuff. But like, so TV first. Radio was always a passion of mine, and it's like, it was a long time goal for me to get on Capital Extra or a radio station of like, you know, significance. So for me, when I got it and achieved it and I did what I did, it kind of like, okay, I don't need to focus on that anymore.
Okay,
so that's why it's
did.
kind of like, I left because I was like, I'm good.
You've done it.
Like, yeah, like I achieved it, and it didn't excite me as much to go like have a different show or that kind of, because like when you're on radio, like there are certain goals and shows that you aspire to. Like my thing was I always wanted to do daytime radio, and like I did daytime radio on multiple days, on multiple like multiple stations and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, oh, I'm good. But radio will still always have a place in my heart. So if the opportunity in the future, not now, but like if in the future the opportunity was to come back, I'd definitely give radio another go, because it's beautiful. Such a fun space to be in. And then like content creating has allowed me to like travel. Like, I've been to America, I've been to where have I been? Or even I'd say it's a mix. No, I'm lying. Content creating is less. Hosting.
Really? Okay.
Hosting is one of my... Hosting's up there with TV presenting.
Wow, really?
Like, yeah. Like, if I could live host my own TV show, that would be the absolute dream.
That's top of the top.
Like, absolutely. Like, all
your
the kind
own
of...
show or someone else? Like,
doesn't matter. Like, if it's... Because, like, if it's a TV show, like my own show, like the Merrill London show would be amazing. But if it was like, okay, a Saturday entertainment show, like Saturday night, 7 p.m, ITV, and it's live, like how Anton Deck's Saturday night takeaway, like that kind of
good show,
bare energy, live. Can't mess
running
up.
out on stage. Like,
yeah.
What's up, London?
Yeah, like that kind of like, woof, it's Saturday night TV, woo. That's like for me, like anything live is amazing. But then obviously live also comes with like, it can be dry, it can be boring. Like the corporate side of live can be a bit like draining. And
I feel like we don't hear this even, and I do even later want to get into the not so glam side that nobody talks about.
Yeah, like corporate hosting is long.
Is it?
Like it pays amazingly, but like again, so like I said, I've traveled with it. Like I've been to like Barcelona, been to Paris. To be fair, Paris is fun. Like I do a regular gig in Disneyland.
Must be nice. I
can't complain. But at the same time, it's still a long day.
Yeah.
Like it's a long shoot. And the really corporate ones are like, like there was one job I did in Barcelona a couple of years ago. It's before the pandemic. And it was an international conference about tech. For the life of me, I don't know what it was about.
Very good.
Like I have no idea what happened that day, because I was just on and off the stage reading the cue cards and did it. So obviously I was doing what I had to do, but I was like, this is hard because I don't care.
No, my heart's not in it.
Yeah, like I have no interest in this,
No,
but I'm doing what I need to do. And it wasn't until like the awards shiny bit happened, I was like, finally I can do something fun.
Yeah.
But when you're just introing, outroing people on stage, you're like,
this
is
a lot.
dry, but it pays very well.
I feel like, I mean, for people who know me, they know at the moment I'm at Bauer Media and I started off work experience at Kiss FM. And I have always wanted to work in radio ever since I went to Kidzania for my sister's 12th birthday.
Oh,
Basically,
wow.
for those who don't know, Kidzania is basically this child center place area where you get to pretend to do adult jobs. You can be a pilot, you can be a paramedic, a doctor, blah, 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 blah. And they have Global Capital FM radio studio there. And that was the first time I ever got to try it. So I must have been 14. And I remember saying, yep. And back in my day, I used to listen to Dave Berry and Lisa Snowdon, and then Ricky Melvin and Charlie on Kiss FM. So that's when I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And also you work in radio, you see things, and you're just like, okay. Back when I wanted to start, I thought this is an amazing job. Like I just come, I talk, I be myself. But there's also a part of it that people don't realize that is the not so glam side. So in your experience, what have you seen and done that you're thinking, Ratted, if only people knew the real grafting, the real work, it might not necessarily deter them, but it might make it look a lot less shiny than they think it is.
I mean, every part of this industry has those bits. Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Like, no one wants to sit and edit for hours.
This is true.
Like, some people enjoy editing.
Must be nice.
I don't get it.
It's not me.
But, like, it's long.
Very.
Like, it's tedious.
Very.
It's like, You got to have the right software to make sure it's fast and snappy. Like,
You rewatch it again and again and again and again.
literally, like, the part I enjoy is the doing,
Yeah.
the talking, the interacting, the filming. So I would always want to hand over, but I don't always get that luxury. Sometimes financially, sometimes time. Sometimes it's quicker for me to do it.
Yeah,
So there's that aspect. Radio wise, like, I think especially on like commercial radio. So like I was on Capital Extra. Commercial radio can be very like formatted. So it's like, you know, top of hour, you say what's coming up, boom, intro the track, play 2 to 3 songs, next link, talk about what you just heard, what's say something maybe related to the artist. Like, it's very structured.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just like, oh guys, I'm going to talk about da 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 da. It's like, no, it's got to have a point. Why are you talking? And how does it link back to the music, the station, the culture, what's going on in the industry? So like, for example, right now, what's going on in the world? See, I'm even tapped out. But like, we just had a bank holiday. Like, it's the first full week back to work after a 4-day week last week. It's start of September, back to school.
Sun's
like,
going down
your
early.
whole... everything you're talking about. So let's say I had a drive time show. I'm talking about, guys, how was your first day back at school? Kids, yeah, mums, big up the kids in the back. I'm sure they're listening, locked in. Give us a tweet, give us a text. Let us know how the day was. Something fun. Okay, cool. What's the first thing you didn't expect when you got back to school, got back to work, blah, 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 after the bank holiday, after some holidays? Like, you've got to... like, it's clockwork. You're always thinking, and that's the bit about radio that people don't realize. Like, it's exhausting. Like the breakfast show people and like drive time, they work hard.
Shout out to Jordan and Perry, because you're doing the thing.
They work hard. They're waking you up. They're giving you energy. They're giving you topics. They're giving you news. They're giving you all that kind of stuff. Like, I've covered both of these shows, so I know that like sometimes radio can be hard work.
Yeah.
And yeah, you might see me dancing and all that kind of stuff in the studio. Yeah, that's because I had a breather for a minute. Like,
And a Red Bull.
when I wasn't planning a link and planning how I'm going to weave in that topic into this and, looking at the logs, making sure I don't run out of time and da-da-da-da. Like, it's the logistics of radio that people don't get. And that's where they're like, what? Why would you leave? Like, because I'm exhausted.
It's long.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Like, I did, at Capital Extra, I did it for 6 years, every Saturday. And as much as it's only 1 day a week, like, I almost think people forgot I worked Monday to Friday too.
Yeah.
So that extra Saturday is like, oh, that's another work day.
another work
That means I've only got Sunday off. What if I'm working on a Sunday too? There were some weeks where I was working every day. So exhaustion, burnout, those things are real. And that's the bit that people don't realize. So I think it's the always having to be on. That's the bit that people don't get. That's the hardest part. Because whether you're tired, whether you've had a long day, long night, whatever, no one cares.
Yeah.
You've got a job to do.
Yeah.
So
you better lock in. You gotta clock in.
Exactly. So I think that's the bit in every aspect. People don't realize that your job may look fun, but it's really tedious, long, tiring, and you still love it, but it's hard.
But it's still hard.
Yeah.
I mean, on more of a lighter note, I have to find out, like, what was it the day that you found out that you were going to be presenting for Capital Extra?
Mate, I can't even remember. Like, so, because it's weird, because I've had so many stop-starts.
Right.
Because so basically, I used to be an assistant on Choice FM. And that was unpaid. That was like 2012. And then, because I hung around and I used to chat to everybody and Capital, so Choice FM, which is now Capital Extra, but used to be called Choice FM, on the same floor as Capital FM. So at the time, I was just about, and then someone from Capital was like, oh, do you want to do some work experience over at Capital? And I'm like, okay, cool, fine.
Yes.
Whatever. Yeah, amazing.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be 1 week. Then, like, every Friday, we're like, okay, see you next week. And I was like, oh, okay.
Well.
And then at the end of the month, they were like, oh, yeah, send an invoice. And I was like, what?
What?
I work here.
Is it?
So that's how I ended up working
That is so funny.
at Capital FM, first of all.
That is
That's
so
from
funny.
2012. I was there on the breakfast show with Dave Berry and Lisa Snowden. So I was there for 2 years.
Wow.
assisting on the breakfast show every morning whilst trying to figure out life, trying to do and then I ended up leaving 2014. To be fair, they asked me to leave because I was presenting on BBC Radio 1 Extra, and they were like, you can't do that. And I was like, I didn't know you can't do that.
Wait, sorry, I didn't know this part.
Yeah, there's bare things in my life.
So you was working for Global
Yeah.
at the same time.
So I was being paid to be on Global, but then I got offered so One Extra used to do this thing called, what was it called? One Extra, basically it was like a monthly residency.
I think I know what you're talking about. They don't do that anymore.
No, they don't do it anymore. So it was
wish
like
they
a
did
residency where once a week for a month, you'd have an hour slot to do whatever you want. So I did that, and I ended up doing it twice because the first time they were like, no, you killed it. Second time, a couple months later, they were like, yeah, do it again. And then Capital were like, raw, you're on radio, yeah?
Is this what you're doing, yeah?
But I won't it's unpaid.
But isn't it in my contract? I think I can say this.
I didn't have a contract. Remember, I used to go in every week and they say, see you on Monday.
Well, that sounds like a them problem. So
I was like,
wait, you're not breaking any rules.
because I weren't employed by them.
Yeah.
But I was a part of the team.
Okay.
So, and I was a proper part of the
I
team.
bet there's clauses in my contract because of you know?
Probably.
I bet that the reason why I have to sign what I signed when I started my job is because of you. Very good.
Actually, no, though, because different company, because Bauer are quite flexible. Because quite a lot of people.
Yes, because I'm on a freelance basis.
Yeah.
So I'm okay.
Kaylee Golding,
Shout out to Kaylee.
she was on. She was producing.
Yes, actually,
At
this
Bauer.
is true.
And then she ended up getting a show on. She was on, I think, a different station under Bauer, and then she went to One Extra. But like, there was some bits.
Maybe I should look at my contract and read and find out what I can and can't do.
But it depends, like, because even Mary Manderfield, same thing.
She
was
with us in
on
the morning.
Absolute.
Yeah,
she's on Absolute, but then
Early
she's done some
morning
cover
hours.
shows on One Extra Talks. So it depends. So again, I was under the impression that if you're producing part of the production team, it's not conflict
of interest with-
if you're on air. But they were like, nah, don't like it.
Guys, like, lesson learned, just read your contracts and read the fine print.
Or ask questions, I guess.
Exactly.
So they were like, cool, it's either you leave or not. And I was like, to be fair, like, you ain't giving me airtime. So I'm going to go there, even though it was unpaid. But thankfully, God is good. I was then asked to pilot for One Extra.
Wow.
So I ended up actually doing on-air shows on One Extra. So between 2015 and 2016-ish, I was doing cover shows on One Extra.
Wow.
So again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've had amazing highs where, so like my first ever show on BBC Radio 1 Extra was like October 2015. And I remember I was gassed, and like the producers are amazing, and like they made like got Trevor Nelson to do a shout out for me, like just like everyone was just like hyping me. I was like, I have joined One Extra. But then I didn't join One Extra because the cover shows are just cover shows. It doesn't guarantee you a show. Yeah. So I ended up I just got less and less cover shows, and then I was like, I guess I'm not doing presenting no more. So that was around mid 2016. It's coming up to 2017. So I'm like, radio ain't happening, whatever. I did a couple of this and that on some other online stations, and then 2017 got a random email, and it was like, hey Remel, been seeing what you're doing. Love what you've been doing over the years, because I used to be like I said, nothing's changed. I was the broadcast queen. I used to send broadcasts on WhatsApp. I used to send Facebook group messages. Anything I was doing, I'd tell the world. Yeah. So this is still people that I used to work with at Capital being like, this girl's sending me bare messages saying, I'm on One Extra, I'm on this, I'm on that. Well, but a senior exec at Global basically said, I've been seeing what you've been doing at One Extra. Great to see you're on radio, doing what you love. Wow. Do you want to come and pilot at Capital Extra? And I was like, oh. Yeah. Absolutely. And then the question was, do I want to... Well, because again, I didn't know if I was ever going to get a call back from One Extra. So it was like, do I hope One Extra comes back
so
calling?
This is at the same time when you was thinking.
Yeah, I was covering at One Extra, and I was like, I really love One Extra. Do I want to go back to Global or Capital a place that basically told me to leave.
To leave because you went to some. Okay.
Yeah, but then
Wow.
I was like, but they're offering me a show at Capital
How can you
Extra.
say no?
So I ended up. So it almost. I think it ended up being a whole 2 years later, October 2017, when I got my first show on Capital Extra.
Wow.
So I remember going into the building. So I did my pilot, blah, 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 going into the building. And I remember someone that used to be a producer in the building, he was now the station manager for Capital Extra.
Promotion.
And he was like, oh, welcome back. And I was like, welcome back.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, no, I'm glad you're here.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow, okay. So he was like, no, like, we always knew you was going to be, like, they said it so blasé, like, oh, we always knew you were going to end up here.
Oh.
And I'm like, all right.
Okay.
And like, it was a really nice kind of like 360 moment to walk back in and actually come back in. I went from being a runner, radio assistant to having my own show. And I remember asking, can I post about this? And he was like, yeah, of course. You're on Capital Extra now. Because I wasn't sure. I was just like,
you know, because of our history, like,
yeah.
can I post about it?
Literally, I was like, yeah, because I used to get in trouble all the time for posting stuff I shouldn't be posting.
You and me both.
Like, I'll be like, oh, sorry, I didn't know who was supposed to post that.
You didn't say I couldn't, but yeah.
But they low-key were like, stop posting stuff. But yeah, so it was October 2017. Wow. I started at Capital Extra. So it was my thing, and I don't think I've ever said this out loud. It does bother me still to this day that I never got an official announcement. Like, you know.
Yeah, when they have a new presenter come
yeah,
in, you see them on the bus.
I've never had that.
Why didn't they do that?
I don't know.
Why do you think they didn't do that?
Because, I don't know. It was just like, oh, it's REMEL. Like, my thing is, I feel like people have always seen me, like, I've just always been around.
Right.
So it's just like, oh yeah, we just knew you were going to be on air. No, why aren't you giving me...
Why are you not giving you your flowers and your congratulations and the
I
parade?
don't even know if it's that. Like, I mean, yes, but also it's just like, where's my press release?
No, it's true. When Craig Mitch joined KISS,
Yeah.
they did a whole promotion, be like, guess who's coming? Like, we've got a new presenter, a whole announcement,
Really?
a whole thing. I would have thought they would have done the same for you.
Yeah, I mean, different... I think it was a different time.
Right.
And back then, because again, one thing about in my career, I've seen how press, PR has changed the game.
So much.
So now
much.
it's in a lot of like, managers put in contracts for their talent.
Yeah.
They need an announcement.
Yeah.
Like, we're announcing on this date. Like my manager, my current manager now, and I didn't have management back then.
Oh yes, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my manager's very much like, when are we announcing?
Yeah.
Because
Very
we
good.
need to blast this out to everyone so everyone knows.
Yeah.
And I never got that opportunity when I
That's
was there because I was just a girl who wanted to be on radio and I got a job.
This is your press. Well, this today. This will be your press announcement. We're releasing it and announcing it today.
Amen.
Amen to that. So 6 years at Capital Extra. So you
Yeah,
did it.
man.
You must have done it through lockdown as well.
Yeah.
What was that
We
like?
were, what do you call it? When you're allowed to leave the house.
Essential workers.
Yeah, man.
So you guys, the doctors.
I used to wear my lanyard everywhere.
So you was on par with the emergency services, the doctors, the nurses, the NHS staff, and then the radio presenters.
I never, one day, yeah, I abused that power so much. My car was filthy, and I'm like, I ain't cleaning my car.
Yeah.
Like, I went to a drive-thru, and there was a mad line for the drive-thru, because we weren't supposed to use drive-thrus. And I remember a police officer was driving through, knocking on everyone's window, being like, should you be getting your car washed? I was like,
lanyard, shake it
work
in
at
your
Global?
face. Exactly.
And she was like, what's that? Like, literally, she's like, what does that mean?
What
I'm
do
like,
you mean,
I'm an
what's that?
essential worker. Like, I need to
I
get
need to be here. Like this
I can't see out of my car. It's filthy.
disgusting, mate. No, I love
Made no
that.
sense.
What was your most memorable moment from working at Global?
Well, I still work there. I'm voice of Capital FM, so.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yes, that is very true. And sorry, side note, when you're in the car, do you listen to Capital when you're in the car?
No.
Do you not? I can't lie, we were all listening to it. We're all listening to. What is it like to hear your voice on the radio?
Oh, I mean, because it's...
Has it worn off, the novelty?
For Capital, yeah.
Okay.
Because Capital is like every day, like every waking minute I'm
don't care.
on.
I don't care.
But like if it's like an advert, like I'm like currently like the voice of Shaw deodorant. Like when I see that one, I'm gassed.
No,
I'm like, what? a whole short.
Like, turn it up.
Crazy. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
yeah.
lit.
But like Capital, I'm just like, that's nice.
It's just every day.
But again, like I think it's almost like it's just it's like listening back to my own podcast. Like, oh, I was there.
Fairs.
Like,
Fairs. Yeah,
I know.
Like, I was in the studio. I heard it. I've been there, done that. I've watched
but
it.
I also do all my voiceovers from home. So
Okay,
again,
fair.
it's just not like oh, going into studio. It's just like at home, mic under the duvet,
Under the covers,
I'm
yeah.
just
To do
like,
even my voiceovers of the monthly ones, me, I'm under the duvet.
there we go.
Okay, if someone had to go into media right now, and let's say they want to make it big, they want longevity, they want success, what are you recommending? TV, radio, journalism, social media, voiceovers? Which one are you recommending?
I mean, a lot of them don't pay initially. So I would say go with whichever one's most accessible to you.
Fairs.
Because like if it's writing a blog,
Go for
write
that.
the blog. Like if it's creating content, editing and flinging it up on TikTok, do that and do it so much that you become like known for it, and then you can use that to have a portfolio or show reel to send and get paid. Like you have to start live within your means, innit? Like there's no point being like, yeah, I want to be on ITV. Okay, cool. You have no experience doing nothing. Like you need to work up to that. Like you need to, because like I've said this before, but like I was given the best piece of advice is your show reel isn't just what you've done, it's what you want to do more of. So like your show reel has to showcase, okay, cool, you want to host a Saturday night TV show, you need to demonstrate that you could host a Saturday night TV show in some capacity. So host a show that's got a similar format, similar nature, so that they can see it. That's what's got to be prominent in your show reel, so that when you go to them and be like, I want to do more of this, they'll be like, I've seen you do something.
I've seen you do this before.
Yeah.
Come back.
So again, you have to do things that make sense to the direction and path that you want to go into. So there's no point just like, like you want to be in fashion, but you're just randomly doing sports commentary. What's that got to do with anything? Just because it's on camera doesn't mean...
Okay, what's
like,
the correlation?
It's got nothing to do with what you're trying to do. So, like, try and be very specific about, okay, cool, you want to be in the fashion industry. Do some TikToks about fashion. Review fashion weeks coming up. Review all the talent that were on the red carpets and talk about that. And then be like, let them know your fashion knowledge. Or you know, here's some top 5 tips. Here's your fit of the day, here's your styling tips, that you've got to create that will get you in that lane and direction. So but I didn't answer the question you asked about favorite moment from being at
Oh my
Capital.
gosh, yes, I forgot what
Capital.
diverted us, but
No, it's fine. No, because I was thinking of it in the back of my head, and like I think my favorite time there was in all honesty, it's gonna sound so lame, but it's the times where I was like able to create content, shows. So whenever I had like a guest, wherever I had like, there was one time I hosted the Capital Extra Breakfast Show. And I had the sickest producer, Rosie. She's actually now
Rosie Turner.
Yeah. Sickest.
Rosie Turner's one of my best friends.
Yeah, Rosie's like sickest producer.
Oh my, I love Rosie.
Me and her had a time.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
we interviewed Shoppe, who's from Gangs of London, and we did like a feature that was all about him being a sick actor, doing accents, and if he could be the next Bond. So we created a Nigerian Bond with him. We created an East London Bond.
Love that.
And it was just like, he was like, nah, this is jokes.
Yeah.
And so we actually created something that was content that could live on socials. Fred from First Dates crashed the studio that week.
Love Fred.
He just randomly walked into the studio while I was on air.
Fez.
And he was like, hey, what are you doing? And we were like, Fred, we're live.
What do you think I'm doing?
It's the Capital Extra Breakfast Show. And he was like, oh, promote my book. And we were like,
Fred.
why not Fred? Like, to this day, Fred's my boy.
I love
Fred and his wife, whenever I see them, I love them. Him and Fruitcake, they're my people.
I love him.
But yeah, like, that week was like, again, this is what I mean. I feel like I peaked. I had a week of, I was creating, had a producer, because not a lot of people know my usual Saturday show has no producer, no features, no interviews, no nothing. So for a week, we were allowed to create.
That must have been
I was
so
like,
much fun.
this is the sickest. I was like, if I had this show
All the time
every
like
time,
this?
I'd still be there now.
Interesting.
But like, that's not guaranteed in commercial radio.
It's true.
If you're not on the breakfast show, even drive time on Capital Extra is not like that. And again, different like everyone's holding it down. Like you said, the boys on Kiss are killing it. Nadia J's killing it on One Extra. Like Robert Bruce and Shayna Maria killing it. Like that's the problem with radio. Like if you are replacing someone, like I'm not saying that I couldn't, but like you gotta be
with your
A game. Yeah.
You gotta bring it.
And I don't want breakfast. I just wanted that format in my slot.
Yeah.
And that's not possible.
Yeah.
So it's like, because they basically said that doesn't exist on a Saturday
not a thing. Yeah,
afternoon.
that's not a
Doesn't
thing.
exist on a weekday afternoon. If you want that, you're aspiring to be the breakfast show host. And I'm like, I don't want to do
But you don't want to do
breakfast.
that.
I'm not a morning person.
Yeah. No, you and me both like, I want to sleep. Do you know what time those boys have to wake up?
Yeah, I know, it's mad.
can't do it.
I mean, I did it for 2 years on the Capital Breakfast Show.
Yeah, me can't do it.
So it's like, I don't aspire to be a breakfast show host.
Right.
So if you're telling me that's all I can achieve here, then I ain't supposed to be here. So
No, I hear
that was the decision I had to make. But that week, top tier
Sick.
week, like so many guests, like breakfast show is sick, like so much fun. I just wish it was later in the day.
Yeah. Just so I can just get a bit for lying. Where do you think radio is heading at the moment? Because some people are arguing that radio is dying. Other people saying radio is without socials now. Because I came into radio through social media.
Yeah.
I was like you. I can't lie. I started off at Kiss. It started off as work experience. It was supposed to be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But they weren't paying me. So I kept showing up.
There we go.
And you can't fire me if you haven't hired me. So I think it was like 2 months later, my old manager who I was reporting to, she was kind of like, you're still here. And I was just like, oh, you didn't let me go. And then she introduced me to my manager who actually hired me. So
There you go.
you can't fire me if you didn't hire me.
That's how it works.
Like, where do you think radio is going?
So with radio, like I still love turning on the radio. Like on a weekend, like big up Cyan and Manga. The Sam show on a Saturday afternoon, that is my thing. Like I love them too. They're so funny, so energetic. Remy Berg's undefeated every Monday to Friday.
One of my producers loves Remy.
There you go.
He's smiling now.
Like 4 p.m. As soon as you hear Remy's on, we're having a great time.
Yeah.
I mainly listen to radio in my car, so that's where I'm like, radio cannot die. We need that in our car because sometimes I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want to listen to.
It's true.
Like
I don't want to be on the aux.
Yeah.
Too much pressure. I can't do it.
Like I don't know. What am I listening to? Like what mood am I in?
Yeah.
And like my Apple, sometimes she just does what she wants. I'm like,
Oh, you're an Apple girl.
yeah, I'm just like, it's great. But how about the radio tells me what's new? Give me a bit of news. Give me a bit of vibes. Give me a bit of banter.
Traffic.
Callers.
Tell me what the M25 is saying.
I mean, I don't go that far. But my journeys are not that far. But at the same time, I'm like, I love radio for that car experience more than anything. So I feel like that will never die. Yes, you can make a playlist, but
It's not the same.
yeah, it's not the same.
No,
So I feel like just for that specific reason, for commutes, radio is a big part of a lot of drivers' lives. Like you hear the responses. Like when a good station has good interactive listeners, you can hear,
it, you
how
can feel it as well.
beneficial it is.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it stays. Obviously, social media is changing it.
It is.
So longer form, I actually hope that long form content will actually make radio be more feature based. Because the fact that we like listening to podcasts now, people are listening to 3-hour podcasts.
Yeah.
So there's no reason why. I mean, because again, the only talk based radio station, well, not only, but like the main big one is like LBC. That shouldn't be the only talk-based station that's like popularized. Or otherwise it's sports, or otherwise it's current affair. Why can't we have entertainment talk-based stations? Do you know what I mean? So I would love to see more features where interviews and stuff can be incorporated into radio again, because that's what I grew up on.
Okay.
Like I heard your favorite artist is in town. It's not just a snippet.
Yeah.
I want to hear the whole 30-minute interview.
The whole conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it snippets?
It's true.
Or go online to watch the rest. I don't want to go
No,
online.
I wanna hear it now.
I'm here now. Like,
Show it to
run
me now.
the thing. So I hope that social media will encourage people to listen
Go back to that.
and watch, or listen more long form content.
Yeah.
But yeah, podcasting's helped that as well. So radio, I really do hope that more features, more fun, more all that interactivity can keep going.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, who are your go-to podcasts?
So I don't actually listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of faith-based stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What
So
do you like to listen to?
like I listen to Elevation Church.
I love Stephen Furtick.
Yeah, Stephen
Oh,
Furtick's
that's one of my
amazing.
favorite preachers.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Yeah, like
10,
I
10.
bang like all the. So they are podcasts, but I
More like
bang-
sermons.
Yeah, sermons, faith-based stuff. I did listen to Diary of a CEO for a while, but then it got a little bit like scandalous. So I was like, oh, don't care. Yeah, some of the other. What else am I listening to at the minute? Like sometimes I'm a nerd. Like sometimes I'm really listening to like psychology type things. So it's like if there's something I want to know, I'll like Google it and be like, oh, there's a podcast about it. Let me listen. This is Entertainment with Richard Osman, and I can't remember. I'm so bad that I always forget her name. But Richard Osman is Richard Osman. But it's basically like they talk about TV.
Oh wow.
Very good podcast.
Wow.
Like my husband actually got me into it because he watched it and I listened to it. So like with Love Island, they don't talk about like the gossipy side. They're like the format. Like if they're saying, oh, Love Island viewership is down, they're
gonna break
dissect
it down.
why is it down
Interesting.
and all that kind of stuff. Or they'll be like, what's going on in politics? Okay, there's rumors about Trump being no longer he's unalived and all that kind of stuff. Like they'll talk about, okay, cool, but how did Twitter
we get from here?
impact
Yeah.
news, current affairs? How did this end up being a story? Like they break it down.
What's the name of this pod?
This is Entertainment.
This is Entertainment.
Yeah, I might be
I'm
saying it
gonna
wrong. I feel like This is Entertainment.
I'm adding
it's
it to
around
the
that.
list.
But yeah, that's such a good podcast because they are TV experts.
Okay.
And they talk about everything. So like anything that's been a blip in like news or world and entertainment TV, they're talking about it.
Fairs.
Yeah.
I'm adding it to my list.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to talk about this topic. I kind of introduced it in your intro, but let's talk the mainstream. When was the mainstream born? Okay, how would you describe the mainstream? There's obviously the wiki answer that I gave.
Not the wiki answer.
That's like the professional answer, but what is the mainstream to you?
Yeah, so the mainstream is basically a community, I guess, now. Because it started off as, it always had community at heart, because I realized a lot of people want to get into the industry. They're always asking, how can I do this? What should I do? I need experience, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, oh, let's just set up some like meetups and events and all that kind of stuff where people can kind of just mingle, say what they're up to, pitch ideas, bounce off each other. So that it actually started with an event in 2017. So again, it goes back to that kind of in-between time when I wasn't sure what was happening with radio. And I just had time. So I did an event and AJ was my guest, my special guest. So we did a live event. I invited women, and we specifically did it for like women of color to come to the event. And that's when the mainstream was birthed. It was a mainstream in conversation with AJ Dudu. And
I love how you just casually said, oh yeah, we were just having a conversation. AJ Dudu.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, this was a great time where it was just before she blew. Like, she'd already done stuff, but like, because at that point she was on Trending Live on like E4. She'd done a little bit of like the old Big Brother, but like she was kind of just like in a kind of like just music girly kind of era. So she had big dreams, big aspirations, and clearly smashed it. So it started off as being a space for us to kind of like ask questions from someone that's doing well. And I felt like I wasn't at a space in my career to give more insight, because at that point she'd done loads of TV, loads of gigs, brand stuff. So I was like, she's the perfect person. And then from there, we started doing like just smaller like pop-up events. Like we did a presenter workshop. We did some hangouts at like, my friend used to do PR for like a food company, do hangouts at like these food companies. And like, yeah, we just like chill. Like people just come and network and hang out together. And then the pandemic hit. And then I was like, actually, let's do a podcast. So I decided to do a podcast first, and then the pandemic hit. So I was like, cool, we're just going to create content that's about tips, answering all the questions. So we went from doing events to creating content. So rided the wave of the pandemic, podcasting came alive, all that kind of stuff. So I started getting contacted by PR companies who are like, oh, you feature like talent in the industry. Can you interview such and such and such and such? So the first batch of girls, because before it was just people I knew. And I say this lightly, I actually interviewed in that one, like across the pandemic, Mo Gilligan, Clara Ampho,
very good,
Vic Hope, like so many people who like, I was like, thanks. Like it was just great timing, and also they had time. It was the pandemic.
No one was doing anything.
Yeah, everyone was kind of at home. So even though, to tell a lie, Mo Gilligan was all over Channel 4 at the time. Clara was all over the BBC at the time. So I was like,
locked in my back.
Yeah, this looks great. Like it looks like I'm getting all the big timers on the mainstream, and it's true. And then PR started hitting me up, be like, oh, there's a film coming up. Can you interview such and such? So I was like, excuse me. I was like, oh, okay, we interview TV stars. Okay, cool. Or film stars. So then that changed. So as time has gone on, we're still doing the same thing. We're creating content to help give tips about the industry, but it's just evolved into more and more things. So it went from live events to a podcast to now we do press junkets, red carpets, all that kind of stuff. So it was a very organic growth process. And then as well, we was like, well, we can't leave out people. We can't just only talk about people that are doing amazing things. Like, what about people that are like breaking in and also doing amazing things? So we decided to do the ones to watch. Like, it started off just like an online, like, hey, we think these people are cool. So that was in 2023. And then someone told me we should do an awards, and I was like, this is silly. So we didn't do an awards show straight away because I was like, everybody calm down.
Relax.
But 2024, we did an event, we did a launch, and we gave everyone awards. So
That's
we were
the
like,
first one I went to.
Yes. So we were like, oh, kind of does feel like an awards ceremony. So then this year we did our first official awards ceremony, which is where you got your award.
Yes, as you can see, guys, on my beautiful background at the top, it says Ones to Watch 2025 Best TV/Online Presenter, won by Miss Timo.
Because of you doing things like this, we said it makes sense to recognize people that have done their own thing, created their own, and they're doing amazing things. So
honestly, it was, for me, when I got it, it was my first ever award, actually, one that I didn't buy myself. Love that for me.
Love that.
No, do you know what it was? It was like, it was the first award that I felt like I wasn't trying to prove what I'm doing. It was to be sat and be recognized that even though I've got a long way to go, I've come very, very, very far.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't just myself. There was obviously some people that I know, like shout out to K Swift, like other people, Timmy, who does her podcast as well. It was like being celebrated, and it was like, okay, this is day one, but day one is still really, really, really good to be here. And it was so much fun. You know, that day I actually bought, the reason why I was in my trainers, you know, I bought 2 different pairs of heels. So I packed the heels in my bag.
Yeah.
They didn't match. The one was open toes and one was closed. And I said, I'm going to panic. And I told Remy Bird, she was like, it's going to be fine. Just go on stage and do your thing. I said, fine. And that's why I'll go on stage and I dance. But I met so many people there that I still work with and talk to this day. And I don't think there's any other company, brand in the UK that does a celebration or awards show for people who are up and coming in the industry. As far as I'm concerned, I think you're the only one that does it.
I don't know. I'll take it. But I feel like I wanted to, because again, like, I know how hard it is to feel like you're grinding and no one cares. Like, sometimes it just feels like, what am I doing this for? So it's like, okay, let's at least let people know we see you. So, and that's also why we don't just award one person. In each category, there's 5 winners. So it's like, cool. You're not competing.
Yeah.
Because again, the industry makes you feel like you're competing. Only one of you can make it and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, yeah, we don't want it to be competitive. It's all public vote. The final bit only comes down to like judges just, but we're not like judging you to say, oh, they're good, they're bad. It's like, nah, what have they done?
Yeah.
So we only look at your work and just be like, nah, like she's got her own show, she works at Bauer, like we stalk everyone and we're like, and now it's even better because now we can advocate for you. Be like, nah, she's doing her thing. So now you've got us as kind of like, you know,
credibility,
a bit of a cosign, and just like, and also the fact that people are voting for you as well. And we always say, send a link, let us see their work. Like, why are you putting this person forward? Because because they did this and this, and like, and everyone's people like show out for them.
They show up and shout out to my people, them guys. All the comments in the post. Thank you. In your opinion, who, or not necessarily they won the award, but who are some of the creators you have your eye on now that you are like, I'm seeing you, I'm liking what you're doing? Because it actually is really nice to hear as well.
Yeah, Steph, not Steve, is my favorite person online. Like, he never misses. Like, he's hilarious. And like, yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I have a soft spot for like young black I think it's boys as well. I'm such an auntie. I just love seeing young boys that aren't just wayward on the streets.
No, it's true.
Like, I just,
what do you love about Camden?
Like, he's like, you know, because again, there's loads of people doing like street interviews and all that kind of stuff, but he's just funny.
He's so funny.
Like, and he's so like, he's harmless. Like, yeah, he does a little bit of flirt. Like, I put, Steph, please don't ever change, please. Like, he's just going with the vibes. He can talk to anyone. Whether it's a crackhead or like a nun. You'll get good energy from that person. So and he, like, again, like there's one video where it was like, and I say crackhead with like all due respect, but like a lot of these people are openly crackhead.
Honestly, no, yeah.
Like, there's one guy that everyone in the comments are like, nah, guys, this is a testimony. This actual testimony, because he was like, what do you love about, I can't remember where he was, and the guy was like, do you know what, this area helped me change my life around. I was a crackhead and then I did this and I spent time away and and now Jesus is my Lord and Savior. Everyone was in the comments, everyone was like, glory, testimony, wow. And I'm like, because Steph gave that man his time,
it's true,
we now are seeing how a man has changed his life.
It's true.
And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, a simple street. And, you know, yeah, you can do that. Okay, cool. Like, who should pay on the first date? All that. Yeah, we can do that, innit? We can do that for the 100th time. But my guy just went to an area and said, what do you love about it? Simple yet effective.
It's so true.
So I love that he's just so unapologetic about, like, I'm just going to go outside and chat. Goes to New York. Go outside and chat. You can do it anywhere. Like, that's genius. And the fact that Wall of Entertainment have taken him under their wing as well. Love that as well. Again, I just love seeing people like yourself create your own. Like, you know, like you said, you've created this whole wall to reflect your personality, your room, I'm in your space. Like, yes, I do you know one thing about me? I love initiative. Like, it sounds so basic, but most of the people that I work with them because they were just like, I'm gonna do this.
They just can't do it.
I'm like, oh, I love it.
Love it.
I didn't have to say anything. You didn't need me. You didn't need anyone.
You just did it.
Just did it. That I like, it impresses me so much when someone goes out of their way to just get stuff done. Like, it's such a beautiful thing, and I think that's what will stand the test of time, and it's what makes people stand out. That's why I said, I'm gonna come on your show. Yeah, of course. You asked, okay, sure, why not? Like,
honestly, I was like, okay, cool, we got the yes now.
But then also you're just like, oh, like, I'm doing my own thing, but oh, actually, is there anything I can do for the mainstream? I'm like, oh man, now you're in my good books now. Like, I'm like, flattery is real.
No, it's true. Drop the small talk, straight to flattery. Let's get straight. Let's just get into it. Let's work.
Let's work.
I love that.
Like, that's what I love about people. So all the kind of like ones to watch, but also all the people that are just doing good work, I see you, I rate you, I want to celebrate you. So yeah.
I love that. I think that perfectly moves me to my next question, which is, what would you say this new gen of creatives, what are we doing right? And what do you think we could be doing better and you want to see more of?
What are we doing right? Yeah, owning your own content. Like, the amount of people that have their own is so impressive.
Yeah.
Like, so impressive. But also, what the attention to detail needs to be. This is going to sound so rude and so harsh. But, like, you got a long way to go, baby.
I hear it.
That's all I can say. Like, just because you've done something, like going viral, all that kind of stuff, it's not enough. You need to understand the game. You need to experience it a lot more. You need to do a couple other jobs to make sure like what you're doing makes sense. You're getting the behind the scenes experience so that when you do get on the radio, you understand how radio works.
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense. But people are like, yeah, man, I'm a presenter. What? I went viral. Let me get a show. Huh?
Very good. I do want to talk about this.
Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
You ain't ready. Trust me. When you get dead on radio, what are you going to do?
Yikes.
You're not ready. Trust me. Because you was in your bedroom going viral does not mean
That
you
you
know
was
how to
ready.
do it in an establishment.
Do you know what's so funny?
Sorry, that's funny.
No, what you're saying is so true. It reminds me, my old mentor, well, he's still my mentor to this day, to be fair, Jay Harris, he used to work at Global.
Okay.
He asked me once, he said, if you had to give a percentage of how good you are, what percentage would you give?
Crazy.
I gave him 60%. He said, you're wrong. You're probably about 10%.
Mad.
I said, oh, am I not paying for these sessions? How dare you? And then he was like, think about the greats. So I would say my top 5 influences: yourself, DJ Henry, Maya Jama, Marvin Cole from Good Morning Britain, Alison Hammond. Yeah, I think you guys are my top 5. If I've missed someone out,
Thank
I'm so
you.
sorry.
Great list.
Top 5. He was like, look at how they are. If you're rating yourself 60%, do the maths. And I was just like,
Oof,
that
wild.
one
crazy.
was so quiet the rest of that session. And it's hard because I've got the energy, I've got the passion, I'm hungry for it. But in hindsight, if you look at it as a timeline, I'm probably 10% probably might even be generous. I'm good, I'm great. Maybe in a room of people, I might stand out, I might even be one of the best. But in the bigger scale of things, nah. And I think that advice stopped me because obviously when I got into week 2 at KISS, I wanted them to give me a show.
I hear
I
that.
thought they'd see my energy, my passion, and my personality and enthusiasm, and I thought they'd be like, "Yeah, we want you." Oh boy, it was a slap in the face, and it was like, I don't feel ready. I don't think I'm ready, and there's such a long way to go. So, what would you say that we need to do? Is it a case of slowing down? Do we need to learn more? Do we need to like humble ourselves? What is it that we need to do in order to get ready and to be ready?
Oh, it's crazy because humility is a very interesting thing. Like, because sometimes you can be too humble.
Yeah.
Because people used to tell me this all the time, like, Remdo, why are you chatting? Why don't you tell everyone what you're doing? Da, da, da. I do. Like, if you go on my page, everyone knows what I'm doing, innit?
Period.
But like, I will never like say I'm better than anyone because everyone's different. And I feel like it's a very British way of doing things and a very American way of doing things.
Yes.
Like Americans were like, what? I'm the best.
I'm the hardest in the game, shorty.
Right. We're like, oh no, I'm good at what I do.
alright.
Yeah, I'm
not too
alright.
bad, not too
Yeah.
bad.
So I feel like there's a middle line, like a
Right.
middle ground. Like we need to be a bit more like, because again, like I was reading this actually. Was this in the Bible? I think it was in the Bible, you know. It was a Bible plan.
a
It was
good book.
basically saying, yeah, it was a Bible plan. The difference between self-esteem and self-confidence.
Oh.
So self-confidence says, I know I can do this. But self-esteem is, but am I worth this?
Boy.
So it's like, I know I'm good at this, so I should get this job, but for how much? So am I worth £1,000? Am I worth £5,000? Am I worth £50? Am I worth £200? So where's your self-esteem level at? And I feel like the self-esteem part of some people is mad. like I'm the sick. Fair enough. If you're good at your job, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, no, 10 bags. you're not 10 bags worthy right now.
Relax.
You're very good at your
You're
job.
very good. I'm not saying you're bad.
But you're not 10, it's not 10K.
I hear it. I actually hear it. Please send me this Bible plan. So
Nah, it's a great
some
Bible.
people I share with your friends.
And it was like, you need to get your self-esteem to a realistic place.
Okay.
And like self-confidence at a realistic place. So I feel like that's where the younger generation's at. Because, do you know what it is? Some people are overselling.
Ooh.
That's what it is.
Ooh, let's talk about that. What do you mean by
Some
that?
people are over. Do you know how many times I've asked people to do a job and they tell me, I can do it. I'm amazing at this. I'm amazing at that. And they turn up on the day and I say, I thought you said
you was qualified for the job.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I mean. The self-esteem is, I got this. Or this, I don't even know if that's, I don't even know if that is self-confidence or self-esteem.
self-esteem.
I don't know. Again, I feel like it's something we really need to define in ourselves.
100%.
Like,
it's between you and God.
yeah. But like, stop over-promising when you know you've never done that before.
Right. You'd
Like-
rather they say, look, I've never done this before. I want
Yes.
to try though.
I tell people all the time, I have the memory of a goldfish. Like, if you ask me to learn a script, I'm gonna struggle. Give me the teleprompter.
Word. Let
Like,
me read
I
off the
always
keywords.
say it. I always say it. Like, yeah, I need my cue, my visual aids, or a teleprompter. And that's that's something you have to discuss. You have to be upfront with. Doesn't mean I'm not good at presenting. I just have a terrible memory.
Yeah.
Yes, memory is a part of it, but that's just not my strength. Like, I know I'm not gonna learn a 10-page script for tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not, I need a couple of,
I need a few notes.
I don't even know how long that's gonna take me.
No,
So I know my strengths, but loads of people are over-promising and under-delivering.
Delivering. Yep.
So I think that is the main problem. So that's where the whole kind of like influencer thing, like, oh, I'm good
Yes.
at that. But are you good at that?
Yeah.
Because just because you went viral and you were really good at talking to a camera, can you host a stage?
And keep
Can
the
you,
audience engaged.
Exactly. Can you command the audience? Do you know how to take stage direction, stage management?
When things go wrong, can you develop adapt?
Have you ever had to fill time? Filling time is the craziest thing.
It's actually horrible. I've done it at church before. It's terrible.
Just talking rubbish, but
was
making it
awful.
make sense and
Yeah.
making it look natural.
Without saying something stupid, dumb, or filling up the gap and just yapping away and making it awkward for everyone. Yep.
I can't guarantee that you can do that.
Yeah, neither
So that's what I mean by like, again, so I hope now you understand what I mean.
I'm
I'm
hearing
not
it.
trying to be rude, but sometimes I know you're not ready.
Yeah.
Like, I just know you're not because you haven't been in the trenches.
Yeah. You haven't done it enough. You haven't done it long enough.
Yeah. Like, just because you've done it a good few times and it went well doesn't
mean
mean
you're ready.
every time is going to be that cushy and nice and comfortable.
I think that was hard to hear for me because the only comforting thing about that, logically, is that same thing Jay said to me. He was like, you're trying to do this for a long time. I'm in it for longevity, not virality.
Exactly.
So I said, okay, cool. I'm only 23. So I've got a long time to do this. It's okay if I don't get it and it doesn't click. I don't get El click. That's my bit, El click. It's okay if it doesn't happen. My goal was always 25. I said, I can live with that because if I'm going to do this forever, okay, not forever, relax. If I'm going to do this for a long time, it means I've got time to get it right, time to get it wrong, time to practice. And then eventually when I'm ready, it's like, okay, cool, this is my day job. Because I think of Maya, for example. Maya, I bet she doesn't think about all the days where, oh, I want to be doing this. She's probably just enjoying her Love Island and jobs that she's doing without thinking to the days where it was grafting. But do you think that the new gen, do you think we graft hard enough?
I mean, yeah. Like, everyone's graft is different.
Yeah.
Like, because, again, you can't take away from the people that are banging out content every day in their room. And then you, that might be once a week or once a month in a studio. That doesn't mean that your graft's not different. Like, it's a different way of doing it.
Yeah.
You spend more time producing. You want it to look a certain way. Like, you know, you've invested into it financially. Like, that is a graft. Whereas someone who's watching every show and reviewing everything every day, they're spending their hours differently.
It's true.
Doesn't mean yours is any less than theirs. Like, I rate that. But I think that's what it is. Some people see it as, nah, man, you're always online, you're always da-da-da-da-da. Actually, maybe they're just a nerd.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't like
enjoying it, really.
They don't like going outside. Yeah. So they'd actually rather review, or they do the gossip sections and da-da-da-da-da. Like, I just feel like there's a different way of doing it and reaching a goal in different ways. Like, we don't know what the aspiration, like Perez Hilton, really and truly, he was just at home reviewing, trolling, like, not in a rude way, but like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, had one of, I don't even know what he's doing at the minute, but like, had one of the biggest platforms for like breaking news.
It's true.
So
This is true.
a man that just sat at home seeing what was happening and being on top, and then it's the red carpets and da-da-da-da and saying controversial stuff and da-da-da. Like, it all amounts to different things. So is Perez Hilton more famous than Wendy Williams? Two different formats.
Yeah.
So one's a blogger, one's a TV host. So again, it's just different ways of delivering content.
Yeah.
Doesn't take away from like the grind. So I'll never say that no one's not working hard enough.
Yeah.
Because again, there's different ways.
It's true. I guess to wrap up on the topic of the mainstream, what gap are you hoping to fill in the creative industry by creating the mainstream?
I want it to be the new, and no shade, because BET UK are my peoples.
Shout out to them.
And BET International are my peoples.
I would love to go next year.
But I want it to be the new BET.
Yeah.
Like, I want it to be, we do events, we do TV, we, make the best, have the best award show.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and the award show will have different levels. Like, they've got they had like, the BET Awards, the Hip Hop Awards, Soul Train Awards. Cool. Why can't we have different tiers of awards? Like, Ones to Watch Awards, or the A-list Awards. I don't know what it's going to be called, but like, A-list is weird. I don't know about that. But but do you know what I mean? Like, different types of awards. So like, start of the year ones to watch, middle of the year, maybe a big summer, like, how they do the BT experience, something like that, where it's conferences.
I'm sending my RSVP right now. I'm there. Yes, can I have a +1?
Yeah, I want it to be on that scale of like broadcasting. Like, we have film, we have TV, we have all of that kind of stuff. We make it all, but it's an experience. It's for the community. And it's not just like a local London thing. I want this to be an international, global thing. So,
Wait. Cash sat here last year talking about
I know.
if you would do Love Island. Let me tell you, I'm going to call this the manifestation sofa, where you come, you say what you want, you put it in the atmosphere, then you come back when it's done, and then we talk about it.
There we
Amen.
go.
You have hosted a lot of events. Like, I was going through like your history. I'm not gonna lie, your CV, if I had to put everything on your CV, we'd be here till kingdom come. But if you had to rank your top 3 events that you've hosted or you've been to or interviewed at, which ones would you say are? Only 3.
Okay. Well, Essence Fest is always going to be up there as like one of the best like red carpet event experiences I've ever had, because it's just like the holy grail of like black entertainment.
Yep.
Like, everyone is at Essence Fest, whether you're interviewing or not. Like, you're gonna see the most amazing talent. So Essence Fest, I still want to work with them specifically.
Wow.
But it's been amazing. I've been for the last 2 years, so that's been amazing.
So cool.
What's something I love? Hosting. There's a few that I like Rolodexing in my head, because it's like some events like cross over with content and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like,
We can include those.
yeah. Well, I'd say like a really good event that I feel like really put me out there was the Black Magic Awards. So this was a good few years ago. But Kojo Nim and Anika Allen, they used to have an event called the Black Magic Awards, and it's all about celebrating women in every aspect, from community leaders to best broadcasters, And I was asked to host the award show, and I hosted it by myself.
Wow.
And I think that's where everyone realized I could hold my own.
Period.
Because a lot of the time people co-host and all that kind of stuff. And that was like the first like industry event where it was just me hosting. Because I don't know. For sometimes they always try and pair up women with men,
with the guy.
And it's like comedian and the
And
presenter.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The Mobos do that. I've noticed.
Yeah, it's usually just like the format, like someone that's the serious one. Like that's just presenting in general, serious, and then the funny one. So me holding it by myself, I showed I'm serious and funny, and I can do that. So like just so many amazing people were like honored that year. So I feel like
that's the top one.
Yeah, that was a really good opportunity. And then
thirdly,
hosting wise, guess I gotta say the Ones to Watch Awards.
Period.
Yeah,
Period.
because it's like
Your dress was fire, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Very nice.
Thanks. I think because I created, produced, and hosted my own award show. That's crazy.
That's nuts.
Like,
that's actually, you wake up one day, oh yeah, where you going? Spending the weekend? Yeah, I'm hosting my award show that I produced, created, funded. Yeah.
And it was a vision in my head. I think I want to say 2019, 2020. Like I had this dream of turning the mainstream into an award show. And I think I actually wrote down I want to do it in 2025, and it sounded like a mythical time.
Yeah.
And the fact that it happened, like back then it was like, 2025, crazy.
Oh, that's
the future.
Wow. Yeah, flying
and
cars.
It's like, and I'm like, I actually did it.
Yeah.
And I did it in the time scale that I said I was going to do it. So wow, it happened.
You do it.
Yeah. So yeah, they kind of sum up the kind of like how I want my career to continue, like doing the big kind of international bookings, doing the big homegrown, hopefully it'll be the Mobos, like hosting those kind of large scale for the culture events, and then of course doing more of our own. So
No, I love that. And I ask your favorite ones because I assume you get a lot of jobs coming in, and you've done a lot. Is there anything that ever makes you decline a role and say I'm not going to do it? Obviously, I feel like money-wise, maybe if let's say the pay is too low, but is there any other reasons where you would say, yeah, no, I ain't doing that?
Have I declined anything recently?
Or what would make you decline?
I mean, money.
Be like, at a zero.
That is too much energy. But no, there was a corporate company that I used to work with, and I felt like they were racist.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And I was like, and they were like, oh, do you want to, I was working with them for maybe 2 years, and it took a while for me to, the team I worked with were amazing, but the actual company, there were a few things that were red flags.
That'll do it.
And I was like, I don't want to work with these people no more. And they asked me, do you want to work with us? Like, we've got a couple more. And this was international, it was a corporate job. So it wasn't exciting. It wasn't career changing for me. It was just
another job.
It was pay, really good pay. And for the first time I was like, ooh, do I want to do this for the money? Or what about my people?
No, I hear it. I actually hear it.
So I said, nah. And they were shocked. They were like, what? Why do you want to work with me? I was like, I think some of the team are racist.
Yes, that'll do it. Yeah.
And they were like, you know what?
Fairs.
If that's how you feel, innit? No one tried to argue with me.
Oh.
And I'm not saying that that's proof, but they were like, if that's how you feel, it was definitely 2020 as well. It was just after 2020.
What a sensitive time.
Yeah. I think that's what made me clock it.
Okay.
Because everyone's talking about what's the treatment? How have you felt in some of your roles, some of your experiences? I was like, no, that felt a bit sus.
That felt odd.
Yeah, that felt a bit.
The discernment was discerning.
Yeah, absolutely. So I said, I just don't think I can work with them again. And they were like, it was my old agent at the time. And she was like, do you know what? Whatever feels right to you, that's fine.
That's good that your agent didn't say much.
Nah. She was just she's good. She's actually at a very big agency now. We're still friends. She's really lovely. But she left first.
Okay.
And then I didn't end up staying with that agency, and I moved on.
Okay.
But yeah, she was like, no, if that's how you feel, it's cool.
Apart from the obvious things, are there any other things that you would warn your younger self about this entertainment industry that you now know and you've experienced, and you've seen some things, you've done some things? What would you tell your younger self?
I mean, I'm not easily led, so
that's a good start.
I'm always if I don't want to do something, I'm like,
you ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, like I'm very much. So I would say continue to go with your gut. Continue to not do things that you don't want to do. Don't do things just for clout, for clicks. Because there are some jobs before I've done, and I'm like, oh, why'd I do that? Like, I'm just affiliating myself with stupidness.
No, it's true.
Like,
it is so true. Oh,
because we're in a time where, and again, I don't want to like call out any platforms, but there's some foolish platforms out there.
Yep.
And some of them just doing clickbait and all that kind of stuff. Like, if you feel like a platform is not for you,
don't do it.
Don't do it. Like, if it's not representing you and your values,
or your brand or your personality.
Exactly.
I'll even go as far as to say, from my perspective, there's one particular brand, I'll tell you off camera, because I don't want to get in trouble. Spill the tea, but like not that much tea. Really, not make a mess. Do you know what I would say? And I think from your perspective, as someone who's had so many opportunities, I'd say it's harder because it's like, there's a guarantee that something's going to come. But I would say for someone in my position who, I'd say when I started, when I was about 17, 18, I would say yes to everything because I operated out of a mindset of scarcity. It was always that, well, I don't know when something better is going to come. It's not like opportunities are rolling and I have the opportunity to say yes or no. I think it's only last year I got into a position where I actually felt like I could start declining things because it didn't align. And there's one particular show, and I bended knee, I thank God I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I saw it, it came out, and I thought to myself, this would not have been a good look for me. This would have told the world that I'll just say yes to anything for the sake of saying yes.
I hear that.
And I would rather skip the pay. It was actually good pay for my age at the time. Good pay, very good exposure, but they say there's no such thing as bad publicity. There is. There absolutely is. Yeah. It's not by force. There's certain shows that I just wouldn't do and I couldn't do, and it's hard because it will be hard because you have to say no. You might not know when the next opportunity is going to come. You might be thinking, oh, when will they ask me back or something like this? It will come.
Yeah.
You'd rather it doesn't come at all than to say yes.
I hear that.
That's all I have to say to my people then. Because funny, my manager actually sent it to me the other day, and we were like, thank God we did not say yes to doing it.
Oh wow!
It just the vibe would just not be vibing.
There we go.
But I do want to ask you in terms of like presenting, especially when it comes to red carpets and like having celebs and whatnot. Has anything ever happened to you that you're thinking, oh my goodness me, I want the ground to swallow me up right now? Because I don't think I've ever seen an embarrassing moment of you, a mistake or anything that would be like. But I wonder if there's anything that we haven't seen that in your heart happened.
I can't really remember.
Oh, must be nice.
I also have my brain dumps things I don't like.
Oh, you can do that. So you're not lying in bed and then one day you wake up because your brain reminds you of that one embarrassing thing you did.
I'm sure there's stupid stuff from like childhood and teenage years, but like work-wise, I don't even remember what I did last week. Like, I'm so...
May I please receive that?
No, it's because I'm just like a vacant person. I've got so much going on in there. I'm like, it's gone now. But I feel like embarrassing... There's no like major regrets. Just like there's some artists who just like...
Ugh, never again.
Yeah, you're long. Like, didn't enjoy that or... Yeah, like, there's... I don't know. I always tell this story of like Bobby Valentino. It's like throwback clearly. Yeah.
Wait, Bobby Valentino.
Proper throwback.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, he hadn't had many tracks out at the time, and he was bringing back an album, and it's probably like the 2010s or something, and he basically didn't want to talk about anything that I asked him.
That'll do it.
And he was just like holding the CD, and I'm like, bro, this is like, it's weird. Like, this is my new CD, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Like, because I think we was talking about like, because he used to be a part of like Ludacris and all those kind of people. I can't even remember the backstory, but he was like, I don't really want to talk about old music. I want to talk about this. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay, Bobby.
But I'm going to lead into that by talking about that, because there's some people that don't know
exactly
your background. And he was like, well, I only want to talk about this. That video never saw the live day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Moments like that, it's like cringe.
Okay, what is on like your pet peeve list of things that like artists or talent do that you're just like, I'm not paid enough for this. We can't do it.
I don't really think there's a...
You don't have any art like interview or presenting pet peeves that it's just that, no, I can't do this, guys.
No, not really.
What's
Like,
so nice?
I mean, I only do... Like, I've only ever been in spaces that I've wanted to be in.
Oh, fairs. Okay.
So
when artists like show up late or if they're
oh
rude or-
yeah, lateness is crazy, but you can't. There's nothing
can't
to
do
do. That.
about
I
it.
mean, disclaimer: I was late today. I'm sorry.
That's not why I brought it up.
No. I'm just saying though. Like, yeah, like sometimes you gotta hold it. Like,
Yeah.
hold the L, innit? Like,
It's true.
so I'm like, it's cool. Like, I get it. But when I used to work with Link Up, so I used to produce some of the content that went out, and oh my days, like, yo, rappers have no awareness of time.
Is it?
It's actually insane.
And all those gold watches that they're wearing is just for
wild.
decoration.
Like, there were times where like I respect the patience of some of the Link Up TV guys, because like I would be booking the studio and because that was my job, I'll book the studio and I say, cool, we'll do a shoot day 10 till 6. This person's coming at this to a
Everything is
T.
wrapped up, everything is set.
It's getting to like 5:30. They're like, yeah, we're on our way. I'm talking like rappers from Birmingham. I said, on your way?
On your way.
On your way?
As in...
Oh, you haven't left.
Oh, very good. No,
Ah.
on the way to the...
On your
very
way.
good.
I said, guys,
Wrap it up.
that's my time. I said,
Wrap it up.
I'm going at 6.
Whether you're here or not.
If you don't want to extend the studio time, that's a conversation
my
between
guest.
you and the studio manager. But I'm going home at 6. And yeah, the Link Up boys used to wait hours to shoot videos and content. And I'm like, nah, there needs to... We need to lock the door so that they know they can't be late again.
Exactly. No, it's stand on business. No, it's time to stand on business. And to all my future guests on this show, I tell you guys to come half an hour before you need to be
Nah,
here.
that's even worse, because that means I was even worse.
No, you're
did you
allowed.
tell
No,
me a
'cause I
fake
actually
time?
no, I told you. Do you know what? Do you know what's so
Tell me a
funny?
fake time.
No, I told
I
you.
respect that.
I told you the real time. Do you know why? Because I didn't want you waiting. No, do you know what? I was so scared. I was like, I'm not gonna
Oh,
tell you.
no.
I'm not gonna tell you the
Let
early
me
time,
wait.
the fake time. I was like, no, I just want you to come in. Like, I was like, she's not gonna be late. I said,
Nah, today was wild. I can't lie, it was the rain.
No, it's first. It rained. But all my other guests, in fact, I'm not even going to draw him out. I'll even leave him. But all my guests, I tell them half an hour before. I'm not doing this. Me can't do
I
it.
will actually happily say, tell me the wrong time. Like, tell me the early time, and I'll wait.
No, it's just, and everyone gets upset that I told them the early time. I said, but you was late.
Oh, there we go then.
And they're all like, well.
So you're right.
So I was right.
Absolutely.
There we go. Do you know what? We have a bit of time with us today. So if you see those 3 flags on the table, I want to play a quick little game that I like to call red flag, a green flag, a pink flag. So it's very self-explanatory. I'm going to give you 10 different statements, and all you have to do is tell me if this is a red flag to you, a green flag to you, or a pink flag.
Okay, let me
So-
lay them out so they're ready.
First one is they don't watch TV, listen to the radio, or follow pop culture at all.
Wait, what's pink mean?
Pink is like, it won't bother me, but you know, it's like a beige flag.
Yeah, I don't mind.
You don't mind if this is okay? Does it matter if they're working with you, if they're a friend, if they're working with you and they don't?
I
do
actually don't
anything?
mind. Like,
Really?
do your thing, babes. Like, if you don't care about the things I'm interested in, it's all right.
It's all right.
I'm going to tell you anyway.
Can I ask, is your husband interested in pop culture, TV, music, and
He actually, yeah, he's on top of everything.
love that.
But I don't care a lot of the time. Like, he tells me most things. So I'm a TV person. Like, I just want to watch like a drama. Like, I'm actually very much like, I love being... I don't need to know the actual news.
Yeah.
Like, give me a fantasy. Give me a
Word.
sci-fi.
Word.
Like, I will
Let me
get
just
lost
enjoy.
in some foolishness if it's like just a TV show.
Okay.
But he'll be like, nah, this is what's happening in the latest. Because he's a TikTok scroller. He's
Okay.
doom scroller. He sees everything.
Hey.
So I'm just like, okay.
Okay, we're lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2, they call themselves a presenter, but they've never actually hosted anything.
It's all right.
Is it?
It's all right. Because in this day and age, what Okay, naturally, no.
It's a
Okay.
pink flag.
We'll go middle. We'll go middle
Okay.
ground. Because in this day and age, it's hard to prove that you're a presenter.
Okay.
Because again, usually back in the day, it'd be like, "Oh, I'm a TV presenter." Not everyone's been on TV.
True.
So I'll give you the grace of you show me an alternative
Yep.
piece of content.
Amen.
So if you're like creating content, all that kind of stuff, that is a start. But if you're just like, if I go on your page and it's just bare selfies, go home. Like you're not, no, I have no evidence of your work.
Okay.
So yeah.
They have a 5-minute show reel.
No, I'm bare, like I'm on the fence
You're
today.
on the fence, really?
So some of my first show reels were long, like long. One of them was 6 minutes.
Okay, girl.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just chucked everything in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It happens. Sometimes you just get gas.
That's true.
I've learned from that now.
Okay,
So, yeah.
pink flag, pink flag.
Yeah.
How long should the show reel be?
Like 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay. I love that. I love that. No, it's true. I think we did a podcast episode about it, actually.
Yeah.
I actually followed that one. That's how I made my first show reel.
Nice.
They only tune into you when you interview big celebrities, not the up-and-coming talent.
Oh. Yeah, like if you want to support the culture, support everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like support everything. Don't just I can't guarantee you a high profile celeb every time.
No, it's true. It's true. They ask for backstage passes or to be your plus one every single time you're working an event.
Yeah, that's weird. Leave me alone.
Go away.
That goes for my family, church family.
Go.
Stop asking me questions.
Are you listening?
You already know what I said. And I know I said small talk, get to the point, but still. This isn't the small talk I was talking about.
Oh, they DM the artists that you've interviewed asking for a feature/favor.
Ugh, what is that about?
No, I'll tell you later why.
What?
I did that one.
Why would you... What, off of using my name? That's crazy work.
That's nuts.
Someone actually got into an event and said that they were my plus one. It's crazy. I blasted them. I said, don't you ever do that again.
That is so disrespectful.
What?
As in, they didn't tell you beforehand.
They came and said, hey, I'm here. I said, I didn't invite you. What do you mean I'm
Someone's
here?
getting bangs for that. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, they say radio is dead. Everything is on TikTok now.
I mean, some people think that. I can't. I'm not the police.
I ain't gonna stop you.
That's fine if that's what you think.
They forget to listen to your radio shows, but they claim to support you. Yeah, what is your stance on general, like, people supporting you? What's your measure of do they support
So
you?
not bothered. Like, do you know what? Like, if I ask you to do something, like, please come, support. But if it's like, I'm on every week, it's fine.
It's okay.
Like, if you haven't watched my podcast, it's okay. It probably wasn't for you anyway. Like, I create things for certain people, like, for a purpose. So, yeah. So if you missed it, if you told me you was going to listen.
And you didn't.
Well, that's, but it's okay, but I'm side-eyeing. Yeah, I'm side-eyeing.
Okay. And lastly, they say working in entertainment is easier than a 9-to-5. What you do is fun.
Yeah, you ain't never done a day or in our lives. So it's not easy. It's not just fun. I remember even at uni when I told them I was doing broadcast journalism, they were like, what? You're just here to do just film stuff. I say, wow, you lot are rude.
That's a bangable offence. I would have been like, very good.
Yeah, I've had it a lot, mate. I've had it a lot.
Oh, you've done well for yourself.
Yeah, I did all right.
No, you did well. I agree with some of them. You was really liking the pink flag. I like
I'm
it.
trying to be fair.
Just trying to be chill. I do lastly kind of just want to talk about what's to come, what's coming next. I love how you said doing radio for 6 years. 6 years is a long time. You gotta do it for a long time. I love how you said it's done, it's something that you've ticked off. Is there anything left on your list that you just want to experience it, maybe do it for a season, maybe do it for a period of time, and then be like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I would love to do some more like podcast shows, like different formats. Like, yeah, have a co-host, do some chat, like just opinion based, not opinions, 'cause I'm not a big fan of opinions, but like not so much in-depth interview style. I would like to do something else. Definitely want to do loads more TV, like panel shows, fun stuff, and of course host my own stuff. Like I'm a big fan of like challenge shows, so like
you're one of them ones.
Yeah, like Gladiators, Ninja Warrior. I love shows like that.
Be my
like,
guest. I'll
like,
watch from the stands.
No, not to partake.
Oh wait, no,
to host. Please. I love my life about Gladiators.
I was closing my eyes and seeing you doing Ninja
No,
Warrior.
I actually would do it. Like real talk, I actually would do it. But hosting them, like those kind of shows are like my favorite type of shows. Anything like, been watching Final Draft on Netflix, the 100 on Netflix, like all those kind of wild, kind of like Takeshi's Castle crazy things. Like love shows like that.
If you could take over one host's TV show right now, they said that, you know, she's not taking the job. They've decided they want to step down and it's time for you to step up. Who would you?
Yeah, Gladiators, absolutely.
Best.
Like I would host Gladiators in a second. Like that is so fun.
Yeah, it's my brother's favorite show.
I love Gladiators. It's so good.
Okay. I love that. And if you had someone that you could interview, who would be your dream interview to have on your sofa?
Oprah Winfrey.
That's a good one. Mine's Michelle Obama.
That's
We have
nice.
the same birthday.
Ah,
if you watch this,
nice.
Michelle, that'd be great. Oprah would be lit.
Oprah Winfrey. Issa Rae.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Did you meet her at Essence Fest?
No. Every time I've gone to Essence, she's never been there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's annoying.
No, that
I saw her in Cannes last year.
Oh, that's
that
weird.
was cute. But then she disappeared. Like that's the thing. Like I feel like she doesn't like to stop and chat. She left so quickly.
I don't see you, girl.
I don't really see her do press as well.
No,
so.
there was a time when she was doing it.
But yeah, I'd love to do
That'd be lit.
Like my top people that
Let's
I
hear
am
it.
inspired by are Oprah Winfrey, Issa Rae, Tyler Perry, RuPaul, and Quinta Brunson.
That is a good list.
Yeah.
That is a good. I can't lie. Tyler Perry, I need to ask you a lot of questions. Because
Yeah.
why does Medea always get the good wigs? I need to know. Why does she always get the best wig? But no, Tyler Perry, the fact that he built his own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've got reasons for all of them. Like how like Quinta transitioned from YouTube to Abbott Elementary.
He
like,
got money. That was so funny.
like
so funny.
crazy. Like RuPaul, the franchise of RuPaul's Drag Race is insane.
Insanity.
Issa Rae having her own production company, Insecure, friggin' like all the films, TV. She just done a new show, Seen and Heard. I can't wait to watch it. Oprah, because she's Oprah. Tyler Perry, like you said.
Yeah.
Studios, like just continuously investing in yourself and building. They all have so much to offer and give.
Yeah.
That'd be my whole like. That's a masterclass series that I'd love to just host and.
Imagine all of them on a panel.
Yeah,
Who's
just
the
like
host?
an in-depth of them, live studio audience, chat show vibe.
Yeah,
Insane.
there. Where Eventbrite? Where can I buy my ticket? I'm already there.
Literally, that would be amazing. So, yeah.
And I guess to conclude our episode, what is a piece of advice or words of wisdom that you would love to pass on to everyone who's watching your amazing episode?
Okay,
That's always a big question.
Well, I'm trying to think. What could I say that I haven't said a million times before? I think this is so random.
I'm here for it.
I don't know why this is coming to my mind, but maybe someone needs to hear this. It's okay not to be okay. Like, this industry's hard. If you need to, like, don't feel like because you're not posting every day or you're not, like, always creating that you're not what you say you are, which is why I gave a pink flag for you're a presenter, but you've never done it yet.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Like, just because you haven't done the big thing doesn't mean you're not a presenter or you're not going to be a presenter. Like, it's okay to still be figuring it out. It's okay to change your mind.
Yeah.
So if you do have doubts, that's okay. But like, if you're a Christian, turn to God. ask for clarity,
Yeah.
pray for hope, pray for patience, peace of mind. Like, it's okay to not be okay. You don't have to have it figured out. Just keep going, and that maybe will one day be the thing.
Oh my God, I think that's a perfect way to conclude this episode. Guys, can we please give a round of applause to London?
Thank you.
Girl, thank you so much for joining us on the pod today.
It's okay.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning into the That's the Tea Show. We really hope that you learned so much. I feel like I learned a lot today. And we will be seeing you guys the same time, same place. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Tease Tuesday on the That's the Tea Show. We'll see you next week. Bye.